By the way, I have not talked about this at all, but that's also because when I last played this game, it was before it happened. But that Tales of announcement was was nothing to get excited about. As we probably all know, we didn't get a new game announcement, but I also wasn't really expecting to. It was literally just like something for Symphonia's anniversary. Which, I looked back at it because I completely forgot it was happening because I had a lot of other stuff going on, and I was like, oh, what did happen at that event? I was like, oh, something for Symphonia's anniversary, which, you know, there's a cat. Meowsifer. Dude, I honestly forgot I was looking for a cat. I was just exploring this place. But yeah, all we got was was something for Symphonia's anniversary, that they're planning something for, like, the 20th anniversary or something. Man, that game came out in 2003 on the GameCube. That makes me feel so old. I didn't even play it back in 2003, but I played it on the GameCube. That was my first Tales game, my word. Back in 2013, I played Symphonia. That's when I got into the franchise. So we're like around, we're give or take around the 10-year mark I've been playing these games. That's crazy. And ever since that, I mean, like, I probably played Symphonia, then Vesperia, and then Abyss, and then that's when I decided, yeah, this is my favorite franchise. Maybe after those 3 games. Yeah, because I played Symphonia, then Vesperia, and then I played Abyss. I played those 3. That's like the order I played them. Good times. Oh, whoops. Go to Sheraton so I can fast travel there later. And I think we'll probably go dive into a character episode. Just to mix it up. So we're not, like, doing straight up, like, exploring areas. Like, back to back. Just kind of, like, break up the content we have to do here. We could do the one here in Sheraton. This is probably Rowan's, I think.
I could really go for a cup of tea.
Is that Driselle? I don't know. No, that can't be Driselle. Driselle's manor is down there.
I haven't had one in ages.
Maybe it is, though. I don't know.
Then I'll have to brew up a pot soon. The butler in me is positively giddy with anticipation.
Oh, Rowan.
This job is for a really rare item. I don't know if we'll find it through normal...
You guys have weapons? Oh, you do. Lots of stuff. I'm almost at 100k gold, but I need to buy weapons. We're playing on moderate. We gotta keep up with weapons. Give me the kukri. I'm not gonna buy Alvin's because we're not using them right now. I gotta buy characters for characters I'm using mostly. Any custom weapons? Ooh, hello. This is Remius Light. I need this for something. Give me the Zeus Crusher Darkness. I will gladly equip that. Can't get Detonator. What do I need for this? Mushroom Powder and Giant Shell. Eagle Blade, Eternal Flame. Eternal Flame? I just like having a lot of items. I'm gonna get this for Alvin because I can. Okay. Now I should look for armor?
Why not ask the cats?
Why not ask the cats to do it? Silver Helm for Luger and Jude. Gee, these are better? No, not quite. I'm just gonna keep what I got. Cat hairband. Why? Wait. Yeah, cat hairband's better. Chain Guard was only for... Oh, Chain Guard, right. They need... Yeah. That makes sense. Forget I said anything. Luger can wear both coats. Oh, and Elise, I want the midi blouse for you. I remember getting the midi blouse in Tales of Graces. I had to dualize that for one of the rare armors.
With rare items.
The pleasant town of Sheraton.
Sheraton is always so lively and fun.
And they sell great souvenirs!
Luga, is this your first time visiting Sheraton? If there's anything you'd like to know about the city, I would be honored to educate you.
Ask about the city's ghost stories. Ask about the most popular souvenirs. Souvenirs. Oh, I thought I would get affinity.
Ah, souvenirs, of course. Ever since the removal of the schism, spirit-related goods have seemed quite popular.
Spirit-themed snacks, costumes, picture books. They sell all kinds.
Including a few items that are a bit more unseemly in nature.
Unseemly? Which ones are you talking about?
I'm afraid I can't say anything more than that. Even old geezers get embarrassed sometimes.
Don't leave us hanging!
Okay. I think the ghost story might have got me affinity for Rowan. I could see Rowan. Rowan's like normally really funny. He says like a funny line here and there. They're still in progress. Oh, I have to deliver this to Lord Manor Gates. Yeah, but I can go do that because I have Remus Light. Alright. Is this Rowan's chapter? Oh, it's Leia's chapter. So Leia's episode 2. I think Elise's episode 2 is also available. It's probably them. I'm shocked Rowan's hasn't come up yet. Maybe soon. Maybe Jude's episode 2 is available? I don't know. Oh, Block of Quartz. Sure. First Tales game was Abyss. Abyss is a very good starting point. I mean, if I were telling someone to get into the Tales of franchise, I would, like... It's really hard. First game... I just have a few answers. I cannot say Xillia's and Grace's off the cuff because they're just so inaccessible. That hurts me because I would love to just be like, hey, Grace's or Xillia are the best ones to start with. But at the same time, they're kind of hard to get into because, like, they're only on PS3. I would just recommend, like, one of the ones that's accessible on most consoles, like Symphonia. I feel like it's decently accessible, especially with the remastered. I would just say, like, Symphonia, maybe Arise, and then Berseria are common entry points because of how accessible they are. Unfortunately, Abyss is, like, only PS2 and 3DS. And then Vesperia is, like, somewhat accessible, I guess. It's really tough to pick like a entry point because like it depends on what consoles people have. It's always hard because you have to be like, oh, what consoles do you have? Because like Berseria only on PC and PS4, not on Switch. But Berseria would be a great starting point, ideally. Assuming you have like any console or whatever. Thank you all for coming. Thanks to you, I finally have a means of evening the odds and fighting back. What's all the kerfuffle about, milady? When you said a powerful foe, you don't mean... Oh boy, I think she does. Yup, I'm afraid so. And my nemesis is here, waiting for me inside the manor. That can't be. I thought it was destroyed a year ago. This is no ordinary foe. It's never truly gone, not completely. You mean it's immortal? We're all doomed. Not with this gun. Oh no. It ends today. Wahahaha. Driselle, are you okay? Driselle is quite frightening when she's angry. The time for retribution has come. Luger and I will lead the charge from the sides of the manor, trapping it in a pincer and forcing the beast into the center of the What are we dealing with here? Understood. And that's when Elise and Rowan will storm the middle. Strike fast, strike true, comrades. Have your spirit arts ready to go at a moment's notice. Yes, ma'am. I'm ready to deploy. We meet in the center of the manor at 1200 hours. We only get one shot at this, so don't hold back. I want to see a flurry of bullets and spirit arts out there, men. A stupendous stratagem, milady, but might I make a few modifications? You may not, soldier. You have your orders. Yes, sir, ma'am, sir. I can't hear you, soldier. Yes, ma'am. Rowan. I can't guarantee your safety out there, men. Try to watch your back. Our foe may have something up the sleeve. Now then. Roll out. Let's kick some butt. Driselle's, like, weird in this game for some reason. Driselle has a lot of... She seems very, like... Enemy kill confirmed. Mission complete. That was tense. Vive la resistance, vive la tipo. We have won a great victory today, and we kept our casualties to a minimum. As long as we stand together against tyranny, we are unstoppable. Yeah. This blitz might have been just a hair overzealous. So much effort for a single cockroach? Oh. Yeah, Driselle's like really eccentric. She's a lot more upbeat than her Xillia counterpart, which isn't really a bad thing. Like, she's not like overly so. Report completion. This is done. Driselle's crisis. I got a Sing Stone. Doesn't Sing Stone like up link power or something? Yeah, increases over limit duration. Similar. Close enough. Good stuff. I want to look around Cherylton more before I leave and go do a character episode. I don't know if I want to do Leia's right now. I probably want to do Elise's because Elise's first one was so short. Fresh mutton. Berseria is a great entry point. I would honestly agree as Berseria being one of the best ones. Top 3 entry points. Symphonia, Berseria, Arise. In no particular order. Arise, it's the most recent one, and it's on, like, Xbox, PlayStation, and stuff. Berseria, I feel like Berseria just does a lot of things really newcomer-friendly. And it does what Tales of does best. It's one of the best ones. It's my second favorite Tales game. Second best. It's like probably the best Tales game, I would even say. Objectively. Symphonia, I just think is a good entry point because it's like, it's a relatively retro one, but it's not too old where it's hard to get into. Symphonia is like the furthest you should go back. If you're starting with a Tales game, you should not play one older than Symphonia. And Symphonia just got its remastered, so I think it's also pretty accessible. Those are my top 3 Tales games for entry points. If I had to recommend one, I would recommend one of those 3. Not to say other Tales games are worse, like Abyss and Xillia, but they're just a little more inaccessible. So I would recommend those 3 as first Tales game picks, if you were to ask me. But obviously it's going to vary, it depends on what consoles you have. Mila seems very confused right now. Can't say I blame her, though. Also, all those are on Steam. All those are on PC, and Steam is kind of a common ground. Most people have PCs. Not everyone, but most people have Steam. So, you know. Let's go do Elise's character episode. I think it's in Marksburg. I need to make sure I get this up. I want to get as many affinity options with Elise. Oh, it's Jude's episode 2. Oh, it's not Elise's. So Elise's isn't available yet. Who's in Marksburg then? It must not be Elise. Can I enter from the Olympios side? Or the Rize... No, yeah, the Olympios side. It's Mila. It's Mila's episode 1, Jude's episode 2, Rowan's 1, and Leia's 2. Okay. Ideally, I want to do an episode we haven't started, so Mila or Rowan's. Okay, this is Rowan's. Yeah, we'll do Rowan's. I don't remember Rowan's episode storyline. Rowan and Marcia, never mind, now I remember it. I think, vaguely.
Luga, do you know why Marksburg was built?
I know it's a new city once built a year ago. The city was built to connect the 2 nations. Which one do I pick here? I don't think it really matters.
Correct. Just a year ago, this area was part of the schism between the 2 nations. The city's construction marked the first collaborative effort between the 2. It heralded their shared future. You could say that Marksburg is the beginning of a new era of international relations.
What are you talking about?
Oh, nothing. Just some recent history.
Can I join in? I don't want to mess up the next pop quiz.
Of course you can, Elise. You're my star pupil after all.
This takes me back to when I was a student. Are you her teacher, Rowan? I think the second one gets me affinity to R1 choice. Let's go.
All the way back to when, precisely? A few weeks ago?
Rowan is always quizzing us to make sure we don't fall behind in school. what's our next quiz question, Mr. Ilbert?
I bet it's about recent Olympia's history.
Fine, then. Here's your question. Who uttered the famous quote that begins with, "May joys from afar beget joys close to the hearth"? It's a saying that has made a deep impression on me.
DODA here. We've detected a new fractured dimension. The rift is in Marksburg. Please check the coordinates.
More work, perhaps?
Can you handle this yourself?
The relationship between the nations would be the least of our concerns if we ignored the fractured dimensions.
I couldn't study anymore either.
Very well then. Luger, we will be accompanying you.
We'll show him what Maxians are made of. Hey, how'd you like it if I tugged your head?
It doesn't
Please do.
hurt. You're just her talking dummy.
I am not a dummy, dummy.
No one likes you, Elle. Let me make sure I have items. I remember this this chapter now. Now I remember it. I remember the boss here, and I also remember it. Part of me was like, what's Rowan's character episode about? And now I'm like, okay, I kind of remember. Not gonna lie, I still forgot most of the fuzzy details, like the specifics, but I'm starting to like be picked up on like, oh yeah, this is what Rowan's character episodes focus on. Hello. Dude, the Bond episodes from Scarlet Nexus wish they were this good. They wish they had this much depth. This is honestly what I wanted out of Scarlet Nexus's Bond episodes, and they failed. That game's cast just failed in general. I'm gonna save right here, because if I can't beat this boss, I can reload. Actually, wait, if I'm stuck in this episode, can I, like... I can do something else, I think, right? I think I'm allowed to. I know once I go to the Fractured Dimension, I'm stuck. But I'm pretty sure now I can do something and it'll just, like, restart Rowan's story. I don't know, actually, to be honest. I'm not sure. But either way, Fractured Dimension. Do I want to use Mila here? I mean, I'm playing as Mila, so I should probably heal first. That would be a great idea, Nova. Heal your HP and MP so I don't have to waste gels. I think I'll play as Mila here. Have I already been streaming for 2 hours? That's crazy. That is actually insane. You still have another 2 hours to go. That's all good. We may get to start chapter 8. Maybe not, though. Where am I? Oh, talk to the townspeople.
Is tracking down the divergence catalyst.
Indeed.
Let's go.
Yes, indeed. The current Chancellor is quite capable, but she tries to solve everything by herself, so rumors say. Maybe she doesn't have any political allies, so she can truly rely on, yeah. Also, how much money do I have? Part of me wants to... Never mind.
You're a shoo-in to win the election, Chancellor Marcia.
You got our votes.
Thank you.
Hey, I recognize her.
Chancellor Marcia of Olympias.
Hey, it's not every day you get to see a Chancellor.
She seems to be a politician in this dimension as well.
It's an honor to meet you, Chancellor. Please, I insist you accept these Olympian treats.
I am most grateful for the sentiment, but I'm afraid I can't.
Oh, I insist, Chancellor. Nothing like some good food to keep your mind sharp. Let's show those Maxians what we're made of.
Here, here! It's time to let them know who's really on top!